Saturday, January 28th, 1659 or 60. I went to Mr. Downing and carried him 3 characters, and then to my office and wrote another, while Mr. Frost stayed telling money. And after I had done it, Mr. Hawley came into the office, and I left him and carried it to Mr. Downing, who then told me that he was resolved to be gone for Holland this morning. So I to my office again, and dispatched my business there, and came with Mr. Hawley to Mr. Downing's lodging, and took Mr. Squibb from Whitehall in coach thither with me, and there we waited in his chamber a great while till he came in, and in the meantime sent all his things to the barge that lay at Charing Cross stairs. Then he came in and took a very civil leave of me, beyond my expectation, for I was afraid that he would have told me something of removing me from my office. But he did not. But that he would do me any service that lay in his power. So I went down and sent a porter to my house for my best fur cap, but he coming too late with it, I did not present it to him. Thence I went to Westminster Hall and bound up my cap at Mrs. Mitchell's, who was much taken with my cap, and endeavoured to overtake the coach at the Exchange and give it to him there. But I met with one that told me he was gone, and so I returned and went to heaven, where Llewellyn and I dined on a breast of mutton all alone, discoursing of the changes that we have seen, and the happiness of them that have estates of their own. And so parted. And I went by appointment to my office, and paid young Mr. Walton £500. It being very dark, he took 300 by contempt. He gave me half a piece, and carried me in his coach to St. Clement's, from whence I went to Mr. Crewe's, and made even with Mr. Andrews, and took in all my notes, and gave him one for all. Then to my Lady Wright, and gave her my lord's letter, which he bade me give her privately. So home, and then to Will's for a little news. Then came home again, and wrote to my lord, and so to Whitehall, and gave them to the post-boy. Back again home, and to bed.